You know, of course, the primary story in the world, but also particularly in our small little world of movies and movie news, of course, has been the whole COVID-19 thing, shutting down movies getting delayed. We're going to be talking about some delayed movies here in just a little bit. But of course, the movies just shutting down and not coming back. Now, we talked a little while ago that the first major film to make its return back to production was Avatar 2, which has gone back into production over in New Zealand because they pretty much kicked this thing's ass. So here's hoping that they keep it that way. However, they've just announced the next big major film that is going back into production and is actually going to be the first film to go back into production, the first major film to go back into production in the UK, and that's Jurassic World 3 Dominion. They are actually going to go back sooner than you think. They're going to go back into production on July 6th. Now, according to the stories, they've actually spent somewhere in the neighborhood of $5 million to implement new on-set safety protocols between cleaning crews, employing an entire medical staff, everybody showing up and says it's going to be, getting their temperature taken every day, blah, blah, blah. And just, they're taking it very seriously. $5 million they're putting into one set, onto one set. But this is now another movie. We've already heard that Batman is going to be going back into production in the UK also very soon. Everything seems to be ramping back up at this point. Rob, let me ask you this. Do you think there's any significance right now to Jurassic World 3, like being that first one out of the gate? I think they were only about 4 weeks into shooting by the time they got shut down, but is this a good sign for them? And what do you think, if any, is the significance of them being the first one out in the UK?
Well, I think, if something's going to be first, it should be dinosaurs eating people, but John, I keep thinking to myself, well, what does it matter? Because with all the movies stacked up, we won't be able to see this till like 2028 anyway. It won't get on the schedule until then. I mean, all the changes and the movies that are backing up. I mean, when are they going to be able to get this out? But I have to say that I'm excited to see this. I'm glad to see them back. I like people going back to work and all that, and controlled environments, and people are thinking about safety, and it's something that has to happen. It's just a new way of life, and to hear that they're spending that much money is somewhat reassuring. So I think it's good.
We talk sometimes about the tangibilization, like hearing a movie is now in production. This isn't the tangibilization of it, but there's something that feels good, despite the fact that everybody still has to remain very, very cautious and be on their guard and do all the right things. But it's nice seeing this stuff coming back to life. You know what I mean? I've been saying for a long time, it's not about waiting for COVID-19 to go away. Right. It's about learning how to function with it out there. I made the example actually yesterday on my open mic show where I said, think of it like STDs. Like STDs haven't gone away. They're still out there, right? They're still there. We didn't stop having sex, but we just learned how to adapt our behavior to deal with the fact that that's out there, to minimize, not eliminate, but minimize our risk. So I'm not saying Jurassic World is an STD, nor am I comparing it to sex. I'm just saying it's kind of like, anyway, Aaron, you hear about that. What is the significance, and is there something to be seen there about a big movie like this going back into production in the UK?
Oh, absolutely. The eyes of production worldwide are going to be on these first productions that are going back. As a member of the Actors Union, SAG-AFTRA, we've been getting emails saying, hey, we've been hearing about these productions that are asking actors to sign liability waivers. We in no way endorse these. You were not supposed to sign these. You were not supposed to be in these productions. Email us immediately. Like, SAG is really being particular and making sure that, some of these productions that are trying to just hurry up and go into filming. Now, a lot of those are more low budget productions, I'm assuming, that are trying to skate under the radar. They're really calling them out. And so what's going to happen is, obviously, you have the big budget of $5 million for a project like Jurassic World. But then they're going to figure out a way of like, okay, what of those things worked? What of those things was extraneous and don't necessarily need to be implemented? And also, the world of film is very different than television. It's going to be interesting to see when we start filming things in the US versus overseas. And then also when we start filming television shows, which have a lot more turnover and turnaround. As an actor, I'm, I guess, a little extra cautious because actors can't wear masks at work. Everybody else in the entire crew can wear a mask except the actors. So, there's a little concern there.
I guess the question is now for you guys. What do you think about Jurassic World going back into production July 6th, safety protocols and all? A little premature? Do you think, oh my God, thank goodness everything's moving forward? Jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. All right, guys.